After 13 days of Operation Sindoor's initial strikes on the terror camps inside Pakistan, we are right now reporting from a forward location in Uri sector's Nogam. And this is the area where 100 shells per day were being fired from Pakistan as it resorted to ceasefire violation. First, after the Pahalgam attack with small arms, and later with the heavy artillery after the Operation Sindoor strikes. The Indian Army not only gave a befitting response, but it also damaged the Pakistani posts across border. And this is the border where across the LOC is the Lipa Valley sector, from where multiple attempts of ceasefire have been thwarted and Pakistan has been inflicted with severe damages. We'll show you the artillery guns, the air defense systems and the infantry forward locations from Indian Army has been dominating the LOC. The success in Operation Sindoor was a result of continuous preparations by the Indian Army. What you see here is a bunker that has been prepared on almost all the locations along the line of control, which were in the line of fire when Pakistan was inflicting and targeting these posts. So these are the bunkers which protected our soldiers, and remarkably, there was not even a single casualty at this particular post, which was seeing at least 100 to 150 shells every night when Pakistan was violating ceasefire. So there are bunkers, there are infrastructure push-ups that are being done here in line of control area. And these bunkers, these are the tunnel bunkers also, there are PD bunkers also, there are multiple other structures that kept our soldiers intact. And not only this, they kept themselves secure, but they also managed to fire and retaliate upon Pakistan in a very strong manner. All kinds of fire, the small arm firing that started after Pahalgam attack, then the heavy firing of heavy caliber guns, the artillery guns which were being fired upon by Pakistan. They could not inflict any damages on us. Pakistan tried to target the civilian areas. Casualties were reported there. But here at the army locations, these bunkers and this infrastructure kept the army safe and going. So this is how Indian Army has been preparing for war, and it is ready because we say that Operation Sindoor is going on. Communication is the key to success in a war zone, and what you see is a underground command bunker. Here, every move of the enemy is being monitored very carefully. Not only that, the command is also relayed from this underground bunker. So every move of the enemy is seen here with the modern equipment systems that are here. And this is the bunker, which is an underground bunker, where we can see how the Indian Army has been very vigilant. It has been eyeing the enemy and then engaging and setting the targets. So this is the underground command post, which is very important in terms of keeping a vigil on the enemy, not only at the time of war, but throughout when the Indian Army has been vigilant along the line of control. So here you can see that the eyes, the hundreds of cameras that are installed at various locations throughout these army posts, they keep giving live feed so that every move of the enemy can be seen at all times. To know more about it, we have with us the officer himself, who is the in charge and who has been seeing all these movements. Sir, we would like to know more about this kind of a setup, how we are empowered with so many eyes in the sky and also on the line of control.
So as you already brought out, this is an underground command post. As the name itself suggests, this is a place where commanders at all levels are provided with inputs from various sources, like the camera feeds and other sources. They collate that inputs, they collate that information, assess that, analyze them, and in turn enable themselves to take a very timely and an informed decision. This particular structure, the main advantage of this particular structure is that it is hardened from all sides. It has an overhead protection over it, thereby making any attempt of enemy firing on this unsuccessful.
Sir, if we talk about Operation Sindoor specifically, how we were empowered with such kind of a setup we already have to take on the enemy?
So as I told, when the ceasefire violation started, This particular structure ensured that no amount of enemy fire would affect the decision support system of the organization. That system was completely functional throughout the operation just because of this particular underground command post. Other than that, as the operation was progressing, all our commanders, because of the various sources of inputs that are consolidated over here, they were able to make a timely decision. They were situationally aware as to what is going on. They were able to get the live feeds of the drones and aerial surveillance measures that were utilized by us. And in turn, because of the situational awareness, they were able to pass on the right decisions in the right time frame, which was in turn very helpful for us. It proved to be a very fail-safe mechanism to allow such decision making.
Thank you so much. And this is how communication has been helping the Indian Army with the technology here, where we can see any movement of enemy, not only on the ground, but in the skies too. When drones were attempted inside Indian boundaries, within no time they were just brought down by the Indian forces. So this is how Operation Sindoor succeeded. But this preparation is not a short preparation. It keeps on happening along the line of control, where Indian Army has been making itself strong in terms of communication, in terms of technology, and with more eyes along the line of control in terms of these cameras. So this is the Indian light gun of the Indian infantry, which is at the line of control, and this has been very effectively engaging with the targets on the enemy side. Hundreds of shells have been fired by these guns, and the importance of these guns are they are light guns which are light-weighted. They can be placed at strategic locations at the altitudes, and where we are present right now, it is 10,200 feet of altitude. So at these locations, Indian Army has been dominant with these RT guns, and all the attempts of Pakistan, they were not only thwarted, but a punitive response was given by the Indian Army's artillery here. What you see behind me is one such gun, and multiple such layers of protection are there along the line of control. We are right now close to the line of control, and this is the area which overlooks the Lipa Valley sector. And this is the place where we saw a lot of action during Operation Sindoor. The Indian Army is in a dominant position here because of the differential altitude. We are at a height, and we are dominating at the three positions out here. The Pakistani side is in a bowl. So we are at an edge, and during Operation Sindoor, we not only thwarted all the attempts from Pakistan, but we dominated on these posts. So this is the advantage of the terrain that Indian Army has at these locations where we are reporting from. And this is what gives us an added advantage apart from our preparedness in terms of our vigilance, in terms of our weapon system, and also the bravery of our soldiers. We are right now at the forward locations, which was one of the very strategic points of Operation Sindoor, from where not only the Operation Sindoor was launched, executed, but still we are in a very dominating position. And I have with me the Artillery Brigade Commander at this location. Sir, a very warm welcome on India Today. I would like to ask you that how, during this Operation Sindoor, along the line of control, artillery has been the hero.
The artillery was primarily utilized to achieve total dominance in this sector. Initially, Pakistan Army started unprovoked firing across the line of control, which was responded to proportionately. When he started targeting civil infrastructure because he could inflict no damage on us, that is the time we decided to go in for a punitive action. And this punitive action was timely and precise, and we engaged the entire ecosystem that he was using to target the civilian infrastructure. We've caused a lot of damages. The other side, we know from the intercepts and in reports that they are still doing their damage assessment. And luckily, we've had no casualties or damages here.
So we've seen that over the years, the upgradations are on and a lot of emphasis on Atmanirbharta. So the components of artillery, which were quite dominant and significant, how do you see this change?
The artillery actually has been at the forefront of modernization, and in the last year it was the year of tech infusion in the army. This year it is the year of transformation, and in the artillery, this entire kill chain, which is the detection, surveillance, target acquisition, communications, fire control data and engagement, and then post-strike damage assessment. This entire chain is called the kill chain. This entire kill chain has been networked and automated. So because of this, we could engage him in 2 clicks of a button, even before he could complete his engagement onto us. And he had no answers for this.
So the unimaginable we were talking about and the unforgettable has now been achieved.
Yes, I think you can say that.
Thank you so much for speaking to India today. And this is how the combination